Alright, hi guys, welcome to the Python tutorial. This is going to be covering pretty much a basic rundown of how to get, use, and program in Python 3.3. Um, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're just going to head to the Python website as soon as Chrome decides to open up a new window. I guess it's not going to. Oh, there they go. Right. So we're going to head to python.org. Make sure you go to .org because there's some other strange websites out there you don't want to be visiting that have the word Python in them. Head to download, and you're going to need to determine if you're running a 32-bit or 64-bit operating system. So to do that, I'm using Windows 8, so I'm just going to type into the search system and PC info, but I'm going to go down to system, and I'm running Windows 8 64-bit operating system. It is a similar operation on Windows 7 and Windows Vista, except for you're going to go under the Start menu, and you're going to type in system, and you'll just look for the little computer that says system. And that's where you get your information about how many bits your operating system is. If it's 32-bit, you're going to install x86 MSI for Windows, and if it's 64-bit, you're going to do x86-64 MSI. If you're running Mac, use the Mac OS X installers. I'm not entirely sure on how you get your the bits on your operating system for Mac OS X. I'll put a link in the description where to find it. As far as Linux, if you're on Linux, you probably know how to do it already. The installer is a pretty standard installer. You guys should be able to figure it out. And now we're going to head back to the desktop. So once you've got it installed, you're going to need to run it. And in this case, you're going to be running the program called idle. Idle's the name of the Python GUI. Just give it a second to start up here. Or in this case, 3.3. So now that you've got this idle, the idle is your command, or is your basically the graphical user interface for Python. Any command I type in, Python will interpret it immediately and spit out the output. So for the very first thing, you might be noticing that mine will probably look a bit different than yours. This is actually because I've customized my idle. And under options, you can go to configure idle, and you'll see you've got complete and total control over everything. I've changed this. You can pause it right here if you want to make yours look like mine. I'm using a custom theme. There's some keys that you can customize what they mean and what they do. You can tell it basically everything all the preferences you want it to do. The font type, the spaces, leave the indentations alone because that is a Python standard. This is just going to make sure that your programs work across everybody's computers and whatnot. Basically, just keeping things normal. We'll talk about standards in, I think, either section 2 or 3. Other than that, that's all there is for this tutorial. The next one's going to be using Python as a calculator. It's fairly simple, pretty straightforward, and I'll see you guys then.